Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a mistake I see often about power moves when people practice their power moves and what they do. So you need to avoid this mistake, and I'll tell you guys sort of what to do to fix that mistake. So first of all, the mistake is very simple. Every power move needs to go in the same direction. For instance, like I'm teaching a lot of students head spin out. For some reason they're all very much into the head spin. And they sometimes go the other direction than their dominant side because that feels natural to them. But you shouldn't do this. Now the reason why is very simple, because at some point you get good enough to combo all your power moves together, and then you get that sort of like regret, or you get a really killer head spin the wrong way and then the other way is half-ass. So that's why you should avoid this, and it's not just about head spin, right? All moves. Sometimes people say, yeah, but I like to go this side flare and then the other side windmill, kind of like that, I can make something fresh with it. That's not the way. The way is doing everything, both sides, and if you really want it, you can also train the other side. So you can train, for instance, both sides is fine, but your dominant side, the side which every power move goes on, needs to be the same direction. I've seen this with my students, obviously, but then I just, tell them, no, don't do that. Go the right way, because you will regret it later. But now I was training with a guy who's actually very dope. He's more like a footwork guy, right? So I didn't really notice so much. There's a really good invert 90 to swipes and stuff. And then I said, man, mix it with flare. No, my flare goes the other way. There's always that regret. Even if you think like now, maybe like I don't mind so much going this way and that way, eventually you'll get a lot of regret from doing that. Now let's say you want to do both sides. I have a friend of mine who does both sides, the baby mill, with some sick transition in between to sort of make it match. That's fine. You can train both sides. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as your dominant side is there and probably the better side or equal to the other side, right? So don't make this mistake, guys. I know it feels natural for some moves to really go the other way than your other power moves, but don't do it. You'll get a big regret later, because all that shit takes long to master. They want to mix it and you can't. And often it's also some moves like flare, and often these guys can flare, but not as well as the other side. And always I hear the same story. Yeah, my other side is actually how I do the better flare. Yeah, I know. You shouldn't have done that. You should have focused on your good side, the normal side, first and foremost, or both ways. So for instance, especially back in the day, a lot of Brazilians practice their power both ways. This is kind of fine, right? I think it's a lot of time and effort, but whatever. But don't do one side and then the other side, because you'll regret it later. See you next time.
Bye.